Hello, everyone. Good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Happy Sunday once again. Okay, so this is Value Mama Academy, and today is another great Sunday. And today happens to be one of my best Sundays so far, because I'll be having one of my friend here in my channel, and she will going to be sharing her story of how things has been with her, how she has been able to transform her life. To work. Okay, so welcome to Value Mama Academy, and in today's channel we'll be looking at how determination can drive a woman's success, and we'll be looking at the story of one of my friends. I know when we started from Onitsha, and we two of us were in choir in Winners Chapel, Oka Road, and we went to the same university, Igbo State University, and today I'll be having her on my channel. She's going to be talking about her experiences, her life generally, because this one is not something I heard. It's something I seen because we went to the same school, went to the same church. Everything was the same. I think my birthday, the day I did my wedding, is also her birthday. She was also part of my wedding. So we grew up together, motivating each other. And today I'll be having her in my channel to share her story. Okay, so I want you to sit back, relax. And there's one thing about hearing other women's story. It motivates you. It will make you believe that, oh no, so I'm not the only person passing through what I'm passing through. That means if this person can do this, that means my own case is nothing again. That means it's possible. God can change my story. Okay, so today we'll be hearing her story. So I want to welcome her and let her come in. So if you are joining me, please let me know where you are watching me from. Just say something, say hello, hi, whichever one you want to talk about. Just say hello, hi, and I will want to welcome you specially when you come live. So when you come live with me, please indicate so I can welcome you. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate. Somebody have already joined me. Please let me know where you are watching from so I can appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome so much. I love this that you are part of this. Don't worry, we are going places. So by this time next year, some people will be like, wow, I know when this woman started. I know when she was having 1 view, 2 view, 5 views, and all that is a step, a gradual process. So I thank you so much, football lover watching from Lagos. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate. So let me try as much as possible to send my guest a message to come in because she's going to sit on the hot seat today because me, I prepared bomb. I'm going to throw her atomic bomb today. Okay, she's already connected. Let me welcome her to be part of this. Okay, Ujunwa, if you can hear me, let me know. Okay, welcome so much.
Yeah, good
See as you
evening.
are
I can hear
shining,
you
oh.
so clearly. Thank you. Can you hear me very well?
Yes,
Can you
I
hear
can. I
me?
can hear you perfectly loud and clear. Yes, I can hear you
Okay.
and
Good
clear.
evening. How are you
Okay,
doing,
so
Ma?
welcome. Well, I'm fine. I'm beautiful. I'm handsome. Beautiful, not handsome. What am I saying? I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to have you on this channel. Thank you so much for honoring this invitation.
You're
I know
welcome.
it's not easy calling you at this time. You should be with your family at around 8 p.m. and you are here honoring me. Thank you so much for being here. We
You're
appreciate you.
welcome, Ma.
Okay, so you're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Like I said, I have so many questions where I want
Yeah.
through. Eh?
In fact,
So this is going
I
to
hope
be a
I'm
hot,
not, I
hot
hope I'll
seat
be
for
able to
you.
answer everything. I hope I'll be able to answer all your
You're on
questions,
a
Ma.
serious hot seat, though, hot one. You know who wants to be a millionaire? Who wants to be
Yes,
a
so,
millionaire?
yeah. No problem.
That's what you are
No
sitting on now.
problem.
So you're sitting on who wants to be a millionaire now. So we are going to throw a question, and it's a good one when we
As
hear
well.
stories of women who have transformed their
Yes.
life, notwithstanding the environment where they are coming from, what life
Yeah.
has been for them. So it's always an honor to have such women, and that is one of the things we'll be doing in Purple Valley Academy, listening
Yeah.
and getting so many women to come and share their story so that it will also help and
Yeah.
motivate other women. Maybe you're passing through
Yeah.
something and you feel that I'm the only person in this category. We are not many. But when you
Mm.
hear stories of other people, you will now know that
Yeah.
okay, though I'm not
You're
alone
not
here. So
alone.
it is the
Yeah.
essence of this webinar. So that when you hear stories, you now know, okay, so
Yeah.
my case is not different. That means it's a gradual process. So if they can do it,
Yes.
that means I can. So welcome
Yeah.
so much, ma'am. And we'll start by,
You're welcome.
please, can you tell us your name? and a little bit of your background. We don't want it to be like a class thing where you must
Yeah.
detail it, just a little bit of your background and what you are into, ma.
Okay. Once again, I must say thank you for the honor, the privilege to be in this platform because, like
Yeah.
the Bible said, that many are called, but few are chosen. So I count it as a privilege to
Yes.
inspire other women with my story. And I really appreciate you for this privilege because I've always been the type of person that would want to inspire other women using my story. I
Exactly.
always like sharing my story. Yeah, because I know that a lot has gone in between and I have a lot to give back to women.
Mm.
So, yeah. So, first of all, my name is Uju Stevens, as we know, or as I've is already showing on the screen. I am
Yeah.
first a God's addict, then I am a married woman
And a
blessed
pastor
with a
soon.
husband, a godly husband, yeah, and three awesome kids, yeah. Then
Yeah.
I am a women's clarity coach. I am a
Mm.
trainer, a teacher, and a mentor. Now, when I call myself a teacher, I am always proud to say that I'm a teacher. Though I'm not actively in the classroom, I know something would get us there. But I still like to tag
Yeah.
myself a teacher because I am a teacher for life. I love teaching. So, seeing myself in the women's niche, one
Mm.
thing I take advantage of is my teaching skills. I still utilize it to inspire women. Now, going back to the introduction, I said I'm a women's clarity coach. I help women to point them to Christ because I like putting Christ forward because I understood that identity or everything that has to do with identity must be from Christ. Any man without
Exactly.
Christ might not be able to understand themselves in its entirety. So, my job is to point women to Christ from where they can obtain their identity, carve their
Yeah.
identity and their uniqueness. Yeah. Then
Mm.
also when they are looking up to Christ, they'll be able to get their identity, regain their confidence, and build thriving
Mm.
careers and businesses for themselves that will give them financial freedom. So first is about
Okay.
Christ
So,
to the women
how
because
did you
I
come to
remember
this
in
point?
okay, how did I come to this point of
So, how
realization,
did you
right?
come to discovering yourself, knowing your identity?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. I know because
Okay.
nobody was born to discover. You just wake up one morning and
Yes.
you just discovered yourself. Something made you to like
Yes.
come to that point of
Yes.
self-discovery. You can understand?
Yes.
Because we know
Yes.
growing up, nobody thought of our self-discovery.
Yes.
As a
Very
young
well.
girl, they will tell
That's
you,
true.
just keep yourself or you get married, oh, a man will come
Yes.
to your
So.
life and marry you. And it's more like that is all you are looking after for. Just get
Hmm.
educated if you want. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a must.
Go to
Get
school.
educated, get married,
Yes.
and that is it.
Mm.
Go to
Mm.
school, get married,
Yeah.
and that is it. And I
Yeah.
believe that life is more than that. Just get
Yes.
married.
Sure.
And sometimes I will be like, so that's all. I'll get married, give birth to my children.
That's
My children
nothing
will
else.
grow up, take care of me, and I will die. And
Hmm.
that is all. It
No.
doesn't make sense. So, how did you come to the
Yeah.
point of self discovery that you're able to, like, okay, say, okay, this is what I want to be, this is who I am, and nothing changes? Please, if you're joining us, please, we would like to have your comments. Tell us what your name is, where you are watching us from, so we can say hello to you for being part of this academy. Thank you so much, football lover. You are already part of this. Thank you. So we already have people joining us live. Please drop your
Okay.
comments. Let's celebrate you for being here. I know it's not easy burning your data to be here. So I need to
Yeah.
celebrate you for being here. Please, we would
Yeah.
like to have your comment. So back to you, Mrs. Uju Ruth. So I'm asking you, how when did you come to this point of self-discovering or being a clarity coach for women?
Yeah.
Okay. So what
Okay.
made you to say, okay, this is what I want to be? Let's hear your story.
Okay. Well, something about purpose is not something that we choose, but it is something that chose us or chooses us.
Mm,
That's one thing I've come to discover about purpose. Sometimes
yeah.
you might, like you said, our parents never educated us about purpose or identity. All they were after is for us to go to school, get certificates, get married, and all of that. But I discovered that, like I said in my
Mm,
introduction, that life is just about Christ first. I discovered that in 2008.
exactly.
I will always tell my story back, dating back to 2008. In 2008, you know, we were together in Winners Chapel, Onitsha. In fact, that's where
Exactly.
our journey, that's where it all started.
That's our background.
Before we now, yeah, in our choir, then in our Winners Chapel, Onitsha choir. Then after that, we now proceeded
Mm.
to Imo State
She,
University.
you are my, you are our madam then. You are the madam of the choir.
No. So it all started from
We just say, let
2008.
work now.
Oh, it is well. Well, 2008, we were going to Youth Alive Convention. You remember Youth Alive Convention?
Conference, yeah,
Yes,
convention.
in
Yes,
Lagos,
yes.
in Canaan Land, Ota. So it was on our way going to Canaan
Mm,
Land. Then I used to be this kind of lady that likes, in fact, I love reading. If there's anything, even up to today, one of my strengths is reading. I love reading a lot. So on that journey, I was with a book called God's Leading Lady by T.D. Jakes. So as we're going
okay.
on that journey, other people were, because I'm not really the social type. You know me very well. I'm this type of lady that I like to like be on my own. I'm not really the type that comes out like immediately, except somebody discovers
Mm.
me or
You
may
are an introvert. You are
yes,
an
you know
introvert.
me
You
too
like
well.
staying on your own. You like doing
Yes.
senior for us.
No, it's just my personality. It's not that I'm doing it for any reason. So on that journey, other
You
people
used to
were
do
mingling.
seniority.
It's not seniority, it's just my person. So on that journey, in the bus,
Yeah, I
we were
know.
in the
I
bus.
know.
So as we were going on that journey, other people were trying to, mix up and interact and get to know themselves. And
Mm.
because I'm not that type of person, I just sat by the window side and I opened my book and I started reading. So just that book that God used. Like I said, we don't choose these things ourselves. It was God that just dropped. It was as if the book was
Yes.
made for me for that journey. And it was on that journey that
Mm.
things about my life started uncovering. I was more like in an open vision. I was still
Okay.
seated there, but I was far away. God now started talking to me through the pages of that book about identity, about helping women, because the book is still about women, but
Mm.
that day it was deeper. Like I gained a deep
Yeah.
understanding beyond the pages of that book, and I started writing because I'm always with my book, I'm
Understanding.
always with my pen. Yeah, I started writing down, I started writing down. So God told me something about women, helping them in three ways. He said you should help women to connect to their identity through Christ, number one. Then, when they've connected to Christ, they will be able to connect to themselves and then connect
Yeah.
to their lover. That's
Themselves
their Lord. Yeah, the three
too.
compartments that God spoke to me about, the major
Okay. I can
areas.
now
Yeah.
understand the book. Okay.
So
Yeah.
you get it. So that book
The
made
TDJs,
me, it was just from the
her,
first
her
few
lover.
pages. And our Lord. Though it's not the book I read. It wasn't that book. It's
Yes.
not the woman, the lady, her lover and her lover. It's another
Okay.
book. It's
Okay.
God's leading
Yeah.
lady. God's leading lady.
Okay.
But the first page talked about identity. So it was through there that it was
Mm.
much more than that book, because I stopped reading and God now started, I started hearing and I started writing. So I wouldn't say that I personally chose it, or maybe I came to a point where I now said, okay, this is. But although
Okay.
it took me a journey,
Okay.
long journey,
We will
yeah,
try to like. I don't want this to be too long, so we'll try to be cutting
okay,
it short, 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 short. Okay.
okay, okay,
So, as far as I know, you are once a teacher on classroom.
yes,
But I think you did that for like 15 years, and
yeah,
I know it's
very
not
well,
easy for somebody that has taught in the classroom for 15 years to all of a sudden just wake up one day and said, "I'm not gonna do this again." And
yeah,
from your story, I know there was nothing that you are looking up to. Maybe, okay, that's why you are resigning. You just want to come out of the classroom and start get a new job or something,
mm,
but you just
yeah,
resigned. And
mm,
how come about that? Because I know that so many people that wants to leave their jobs, but they don't have that
yeah,
courage. How did you get that
mm,
kind of
yeah,
courage? Knowing that
mm,
you have bills to pay, you have children to take care of, you have family
yeah,
to feed, and the
mm,
little money that is coming, you say you don't want
yeah,
it. And it's not like there's something you are hoping, okay, you are getting a
yeah,
job somewhere. So, how did you get that kind
yes,
of courage to take that kind of bold decision? Please, we would like to know more.
okay. All right, thank you very much. In fact, the courage, in fact, I would say that the decision I took, I've made that decision severally. I kept leaving and coming back, kept leaving. Like what you said, a lot of people have this fear of leaving
Okay,
their jobs because of the things that they have, the bills and the children. But I kept
exactly.
going, I will come back again. But when this, like I said, my journey started in 2008. I had to in 2022. I started going back again. Like it's that there was that emptiness inside of me. I discovered that no matter how much I tried to, though
Mm,
I'm passionate about teaching children, I came to a point where I was no more comfortable
exactly.
with the classroom. Like it was as if the classroom was not containing me anymore. I knew that my message was not for
It's
the
not like
children.
you are bottling yourself.
Yes, yes, it was as if I was caged,
You need to
no
fly. You need to
expression.
fly.
Yes, I just needed that
Uh,
freedom. And like you said, the fear was how will I cope? How will I not? I had so many fears and questions in my head. But in 2002, I said, enough is enough. I am not going back to
enough.
it was just a decision I took out of no, like you said, no landing job, nothing, nothing, nothing. But I told God, over to you. You see this one, I will do it this time around and I will
Yeah.
trust you because I know then I was having
Ah,
issue with trust.
exactly.
So that's just how I just took that decision and off I went. It was a journey of faith.
That
It
is it.
wasn't easy for
So,
me.
and
Yeah,
I'm happy. I know it's not easy because I know so many
mm,
people who want to know how.
yeah.
Okay, you're just giving us this thing. You're not saying it the way we want to get it and understand it. Like practically,
Really?
what did you do?
Okay.
What did you do?
Okay.
Is it like
Okay,
what
what did I do
prompted you to
before
like say
leaving
I
the
want to
job?
resign? Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. You asked me the decision. How did I take the decision? That's why I answered that. Okay, what did I do?
Mm,
I knew that there was something inside of me, a skill that was there. So what I did was I have this gift of writing. I'm a writer. I love writing.
okay,
So what I did was while I was still in the classroom, I started going back to take courses on writing. I took about three
okay.
courses on a row on writing, on
Mm,
editing, and on ghostwriting, you know. So
yeah.
when I took those courses, I was still in the classroom. Our coach then told us that we should go and revamp our Facebook pages. So I went back to my Facebook pages and I revamped. I went to take a professional picture. In fact, we need to see the first professional picture I took.
Mm,
It was so funny.
yeah.
Like, yeah, but I just did it anyhow. I wasn't looking good, but I just did it anyway, you know. So when I revamped it, I now started posting online.
Mm,
Started writing and writing and writing. It was through the process of that writing that a company that is based in the US saw my writing and the things I share on my
Mm.
Facebook wall.
From
Yes.
the
And
online
it,
space, from
yes,
Facebook.
from the online space.
The
Yes.
same
It was from
Facebook that
Facebook.
so many women are coming to comment
Yes.
and like and share and
Yes.
gossip.
Yes.
Somebody got an international offer from Facebook,
Yeah, from Facebook.
anything
And it
is
wasn't really
possible.
that, it was just me sharing my thing, you know. Then we just finished learning how to write. Okay, oh yeah, practice what you know. I was just sharing my activities. There was no particular content. Like I can't even say, even then I started priding
Exactly.
myself as a writer and all that. I was just writing randomly just to show people that I can write. But in the process of doing it, you know, Bible says we should, it talks about preparation. Seeth a man that will stand before kings, he must have been prepared. The place of preparation in everything we do.
Prepared.
So I was just, yeah, I took that those courses. I didn't know where the offer would come from, but I just positioned myself like every other person positioned themselves on the global stage, which is Facebook. Started writing, and that was how they saw me, and I was recommended to the CEO of the company, and the rest is history. So let me cut it short.
Hmm.
So that's that.
Okay, and I appreciate that somebody can be seen from the online space, if you understand,
Yeah,
because I know that so many
yeah,
women we are buying data just to go and
yeah. That's
gossip
it.
and
Oh,
see
yeah.
our classmates and
Hmm.
see, oh, this girl don't get new clothes now. Wow, this picture, you go zoom
Mm,
the picture, zoom and back, zoom
yes.
it
So,
again, look at the shape very well. And another person is
mm,
there trading herself, learning skills.
yeah.
I used to say that everything
Yes.
you need in life is on the online space. That's the truth.
Yes. Yes. You
See,
can say that
and
again.
here you are sharing your story that you got a contact, international offer from Facebook. That is a good one.
Mm.
And we appreciate you for being here, man. We appreciate you. So another
You're
thing that we
welcome.
want to know is, okay, so how do you been able to like cope after resigning? Okay, you got a job. And how do you now transit from the writing as a coach to discovering that you are a
Okay.
clarity coach for women? How did you
Yes.
come to the point of, okay, this is, it's not just I'm no longer
Yes.
into
I
writing.
like
I do,
that.
I
I
write
like
quite
that
all right,
question.
but this is no longer, I want to
Mm.
niche down. Yes, I want to niche
Yes.
down to like, okay, let me also give room to start helping other
Yeah.
women to discover themselves. So how did you come to
I
that point,
really
ma?
love that
We want to
question.
know.
Very, very, a very good question. Because, like you said, I was writing randomly, and you know, then I was even writing, tagging myself a writer, professional English teacher, because I studied English.
Writer,
But
ghost writer, editor,
yeah,
editor.
ghostwriter. Thank God you know. So, but something, and I started getting jobs. I started getting jobs for ghostwriting, for
Mm,
editing, for writing. But like I said, the emptiness was there. I wasn't fulfilled. Even when I
mm,
left the classroom, I was still off. Like I started getting those jobs, but I was still not fulfilled. So something happened to me in December last year. That's December 2023. Something something spectacular happened to me. I discovered all of a sudden that I had a job then. Like, you know, I'm now a freelance. I stay on my own. I work from
okay.
home. I had, yes, I was, God so kind. I was also getting international writing gigs then. So, but something happened. I had a job that December that paid me well. But do you know that how God does these things? Even when I was writing that thing, I was feeling
Yeah.
the more I get that money, the more I feel empty, you know. So I went to my husband initially. I told my husband, it's like this thing is not still working. There is a jackpot I've not hit, you know. So that was when what
Mm,
I did was My husband, at a point, he helps me the much he can, but you know that he's human, and this is a spiritual thing. Let me use that word.
Exactly.
There is a level your husband can, you people can get to, and there is a level that you have to work it out yourself. Like you have to work your salvation out. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I came to that point
Yourself.
where he didn't have. I came to that point. He didn't have the answers again for
Mm.
me. So what I did was I now went back to God, the source of everything. I went back to him. And when I go back every day by 12 o'clock, I remember I was strategic about my timing. By 12 noon every day, I'll go and lock myself inside a room. And I would discover that there is no voice, no word comes out of my mouth. I'll just be crying. I will just be crying. I'll just be crying. I say, God, fill my emptiness. Only you can fill me. Only you can fill me. This is the only thing I could remember. I was just shouting, crying for help. And I think it was on the third day I heard. He told me, reconnect to your roots. Oh my God. I was like, wow. So I've been doing something wrong all along. He now reminded me of my encounter with him in 2008 and the things he told me in 2008. I quickly went back and searched from the book where I
Mm.
wrote those encounters, and I started reading it, and that was how I told myself that it is time
Mm.
to be more determined to talk to women and do the ministry that God has
Oga,
committed into
oh,
my care. They are disturbing you. Oh, so that's just it.
is that right? Continue, man.
So that's
Okay.
just it. I think in a
So,
nutshell, yeah,
I want to also, yeah, okay. So from there, you were able to like know that, okay, I, since I've gotten my clarity, since I've gotten
yeah,
to a point of knowing this is what I want, this is what God
yes,
wants me to out to help other women to discover
mm,
themselves. Okay, and
yes,
that's a good step. I must recommend you for that. People like us,
yeah. Thank
now
God.
money where we want. We love money. I think for me,
Yes,
money is also part of self-discovery.
yes, it is.
Part of
But it is.
self-discovery. So
Well,
the next thing
it
is, how
is.
were you able to, how okay, the next question is, how are you able to come overcome self-doubt? Do you get it
Mm,
now? Because you will not
mm,
say that, you never doubted, okay, I can't do this. No, my
mm.
background, I'm coming from on a channel, you cannot
Yes.
even do this because I know that thing is there, You're always like,
Yes, sure.
these people will laugh at me, or they'll tell this woman, yeah, are you serious? I better go and do another thing with your life. So how are you able to like overcome
Yeah.
and handle self-doubt and those fears or
Mm,
criticism from colleagues,
yeah.
in-laws, family? People will like said, Uju, what are you even doing on social media? It's like you don't have time, you have so much time,
You don't
you have
have
so much
work.
time, it's like you're less busy, you don't have work to do. What are you doing? So how are
Eh,
you able to like handle that?
okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, the self doubt thing was there. I can't deny it. It
Mm.
was there. That was even the reason I kept running away. Remember, since 2008 till 2022, 2023 December, you can see how many years it took. What was going on there was I never believed in myself. I was like, hey, like you said, I was born in Onitsha. How can this girl? What do you have to
uh
say? You did not.
so
You did not go to a classic university. So
university,
who do you want to speak to?
a
You
village
know?
school.
Yes, so where we have to take lecture under the mango tree, you know. So so it was too much of struggles for me. And but it took number one, my husband, he kept telling me, you are this, you are that. Do you think that people that do it they have two heads? Don't you know that when you start, people will also listen to what you have to say? But when you keep saying it, I'll be like, hey, me, how? And number one is him. Then the second person is a woman I respect so much. She's my mentor.
Okay.
She comes online, like she checks what I do periodically. I met her rather while I was also training for this writing. She's into writing, but she loves helping people too. She's a clarity coach. So she helps people, not just women generally,
Mm,
to find who they are. So she kept watching what I'm doing and she kept calling. She was on my matter. She kept telling me that, don't you know you are for this? You can do this. She kept telling me and reminding me. Then the third person I would say is you. It's not to flatter you, but I don't flatter. It took you, value mama. Yes, you were part of the people that helped me on this journey. Because one is, I know, we were together,
mm,
you know. So I kept seeing you, I'll
yeah.
be like, if Casey can do this, I can do this. That motivation of, see somebody I've been with, you know. Then most of the times I call you,
Yeah.
I'll ask you questions. You will even tell me. I remember. I don't know whether you can still remember. In 2018, there was a day you called me
Mm,
and you told me about one Enosam. That Ujunwa, you can do this thing.
yeah.
Ujunwa, you can do this thing. You can do it. You can do it. So we've gone a long way. So I would say that these are the major people that I can remember, like played
Well,
this major role in my life of helping me overcome self doubts. Thank you.
okay. And we appreciate God for your life, ma. And there's a question somebody
Yeah.
is asking on the comment section. And football
Okay.
lover said, "How have you been able to help women? And how many women have you helped so far?" Okay, since you
Okay.
are a discovery clarity coach for women, so how have you been able to
Yeah.
help women and how many women have you helped so far? So if you're also part of this live section, you can also drop your question on the comment
Questions.
section so
Yeah.
we can be able to throw it to our guests. It's also important. Thank you so much for dropping that question. We appreciate
Questions.
you. So
Yeah. Yeah.
she's asking, how have you been able to help women and how many women have you really impacted their life through your journey
Okay.
of as a clarity coach for women?
Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate that question. Now, how have I been able to help women? I've been able to help women by helping them to understand who they are. Remember, one of the toughest journey I went through was understanding myself and accepting my identity.
Self
You know,
identity.
yes, that's my toughest journey. They say that anywhere you see your struggle, anywhere you see that you have had a lot of struggles, therein lies your purpose. It's one of the pointers to your purpose. So, how I've been able to help
Mm,
women is through sharing my story. Remember, I did not marry a Dangote. I did not marry a rich man. All the man I married was a man that God, like, it was according to purpose. Now look at me today. I'm now the one. I'm inspiring women with my
he
story.
he came at he came at his raw state.
Yes, at a very raw state, like very raw. So now you see that a lot of women marry this kind of men, but they are not able to walk the journey. So, how I've been able to help women is helping them through the process of knowing that in this journey, you can still stand out. Like, I noticed that then in my journey, one thing I fought with is limiting beliefs of that I cannot do it. When you have gone through so many things in life, you are no more even it feels like yourself has been crippled, like you are now shutting your voice, you're
Mm,
emotionally down, you're always damp, like in your spirit. So what I do is I help women to come up with this thing, like remove that lead from their head, to help them to discover that wow, you can do this in spite of your challenges. So the kind of women I help most especially are women that like have been through or are going through the things I have gone through. Through my story, I'm able to inspire them and the experiences I've had so far. And so far, I would say that I've inspired over 100 women. Why would I say that? Because I share my journey every day on social media. I've not been able to structure, like I'm still working on a structure of my academy to bring in women to now come in to have what would I call specific number. But I would say there are over 100 because I've helped a lot of women to start up businesses through my advice, actually, and also help women to discover themselves, to stand up again on their feet and then do something better with their lives. I inspire women daily through my social media. Like I said, social media has always been my home, but I'm working tirelessly to raise an academy to be able to bring them into a room where I can now say, okay, we are doing this, we are doing that. But I would say over 100 because the journey has been so rewarding. I get a lot of women in my inbox. I speak to them free of charge. When you are still trying to help people in your raw state. I've helped a lot, even knowingly or knowing, like I've inspired them through my journey, through my lifestyle, through the way I've been able to stand out. So that's what I can say for now, concerning
And
that.
you also do that through your Beyond the Class WhatsApp group. I think you have a
Yes,
WhatsApp group where
yes,
you also
yes. I have a
help
WhatsApp group, but that WhatsApp
teachers,
group, yes, yes,
educators.
is called Beyond the Classroom. And a lot of, in
Classrooms.
fact,
I know of
that
that.
majority of teachers are women. We have a lot of females in the educational sector. I have a WhatsApp group where I have over 200 people there. And if you count it, we have over 200 women there. So by a monthly, I share my story and I give out, like I inspire them to become better versions of themselves. So I can also say that yes, that's also one of my avenues.
Yes. Okay. And that's a good one, Mao. Thank you so much for answering this call. God bless you for this,
Good,
because
big
one of the
call, yeah,
problem we face as women, as one of the problem we face as women is self-identity. We are lost with
yeah,
that. So many women are doing things because it's trending, because their neighbor
mm,
is doing it
yeah,
and their sisters are doing it. So they don't know what they really want. And it also boils down to marriages, which we'll be also be looking at that part next Sunday, how it affects
okay,
marriages when you are not
mm,
discovered yourself as a person and you enter marriage.
yes,
It will also affect your
mm,
marriage. But that's not what we are
yeah,
into today. Okay. So, and
okay,
there's another question. Somebody is asking, so how are you being able to cope with, as a mother, as a wife, as a pastor's wife? How have you been able to
yeah,
like manage all these things? Because some people will be like, "Nee, you are trying, I cannot
mm.
deal. Being a mother alone is work.
Is
I
enough
don't know
work,
how you
yeah,
are doing it." So maybe
mm,
them hearing it from another person will also help them to like know that it's
yeah,
possible. So it's also have to do with self-identity discovery. So how are you been able to
yeah,
like balance married
yeah,
life as a
mm,
mother, as a business, as a clarity coach?
yeah.
You always on Facebook. Like that one, I will give you kudos. As in, you post like say tomorrow, no day. I'll be like,
Ah.
Ujuma is gifted. So are you able to call this? And because you passed me for that one, I beg, I must recommend you. So how have you been able to do it?
Oh God. So okay, thank you, Ma. Well, first of all, I have a supportive husband. Let me start from there. They say give honor to whom honor is due. Like I always give honor to
We'll
whom,
clap
yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
he's supportive. Yeah, yeah, very well. He has been supportive. Like we started the journey all alone. I remember one day that me and you spoke, and you were telling me something. Ujuwa, only you. Hey, do you want to die? I will not forget that call that day. You said, the day you enjoy your marriage, the day you enjoy that marriage is the day you get somebody to be of help to you. Hey, God, I'll be like, God, oh. I was all alone with him, and I had twins first. As in, it was overwhelming. It was too much for me to handle. So, but he was there, always there for me, supportive and all of that. Like sometimes he has to do some chores for me, help me out with some things and all of that. Then also with time, I started learning how
Mm,
to plan, manage my time, and also know, okay, today what am I working with? That's
mm,
time management skills. What am I working tomorrow? What am I doing tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. And most of the times too, for my posts, I schedule my posts sometimes. So what I do is at night, most times before I sleep, I'll write a post that I will be using for tomorrow and schedule it. So when it's time, it will go, but I'll have to leave data. Everything has to be on. So that once it's time, it goes off. So with that, I've been able to have some balance when it comes to posting. But also, in fact, I attribute it first to my husband. Then time management skills. Then also, I got a help like you always recommended, and it's a journey. It's not something
okay,
that
that's
I
a good
could
one.
afford many years ago. It was only me, and only me. So,
Let me clap for you.
so yeah, why I have to say it is, some women when they hear this, they might put some pressure on themselves. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Do
Mm,
it per time as you can handle. Life is in phases. I
mm,
couldn't do all of this before, all of this at once. But with time, I was able to prioritize to know what is important. And also, I was able to bring in somebody to live with me. Then, over the years, I could not do it because of money. But I accepted it that time. But now I can be able to bring it, I'm able to stay with someone, and then I'm able to share out. Like, I no more do some of those work I used to do then. And again, is that women should also understand that every stage in life, you have to enjoy every stage. There was a stage when my children were too small. I couldn't even do anything. What's it called? This self discovery journey was on hold. I had to nurse my children, and we were just going to school. I would even say that primarily why I took up a teaching job was even because of my children, because I needed to also be in a place. We were so loaded financially
mm.
then. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I had to take up that job to be able to see them through that phase. And then through that phase, it was so depressing. I wasn't happy about it, but I took it then as part of the journey. But thank God for all of those processes. Today, I look back and I say, thank God I went through all of those processes. So life is a journey, turn by turn. If you're a mother that is still new in the
Okay.
entry level, just take it easy.
Mm.
With time, everything is going to balance up. Thank you for that question, ma.
Balance. It will balance. It will
Yeah.
balance. So it's all about step by step. Life is in phases. Like me,
Yes.
I don't have children. I don't have
Yeah.
someone I'm carrying again. So I can pursue my
Yes.
purpose. I can become whatever I want to
Yes.
become. My children has grown up to a stage where they can take care of
Yes.
themselves. So that's what we are
Yes.
saying here. That is a
Yeah.
journey. It's a journey that
Mm.
you're passing through a phase. That does not mean you will not pass through this phase. Okay.
Yeah.
And another thing I want you to know, talk about is so a woman that is stuck at a particular junction. Nigeria economy is not smiling. A
Yeah.
lot of us are
Mm.
stuck at
Yeah.
one point or the other. What
Yeah.
advice are you going to give such person? How do you motivate the person to, like, okay, make the person to ginger the person to stand up and say you can do it? So they want to hear from you how you are able to, like, help a woman to discover herself in just a
Yeah.
short period, short few minutes.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you.
Okay. You're talking about a woman that is stuck maybe because of finances, right?
Mm, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll use myself as an example because we are sharing about our story. I came to this point where I now discovered that my purpose, I need money to fuel my purpose. In fact, without money, you will not be able to to run your purpose so well. So what I did was, you know me so well that I'm not really a business kind of person. Casey, you know me very well. That I'm not a business kind of person. I've always been in this academic level thing and training,
Line.
coaching, and all of that. But at a point, I was stuck financially. I had to find a business to do to augment what I'm doing. That was what gave birth to the Afrelicious Foods and More, where we sell all kinds of packaged foods
Mm,
and snacks and healthy drinks. So it was even Casey here that helped me to do the what is it called, the documentation with the CAC, and also advised me the first time on the
Mm.
business to do. So I think when it comes to business, we give it to you, value mama. In fact, she has also helped a lot of women to find purpose in business, so I am one of the
Mm.
beneficiaries, those that got this leading and this direction from her. So I would advise every woman listening to me, if you're stuck, she knows how to advise you. Even with chicken money, she will help you. Yes, even if it's small, like she can help you to start a business, and she has a lot of that. One is her area of specialization. So my advice for every woman that is stuck financially, you need to do a business, and this is not the time for you to do one stream. You can have up to 7 streams,
Mm.
10 streams
No,
of income. The Nigerian economy is not smiling. It's not
you
smiling.
are
So
permitted
you
to
just
start
have to
from
put,
five. From five.
yes, so from five up. So this one is not when we are saying I'm
From
on purpose. I will sit before my computer or from morning till night. When you sit and see, by the time hunger will
no, no,
flog
no,
you
no.
up, you stand up and go and look for a business to do.
You wake up.
So
You wake up very well.
you wake up. So when a woman is
Okay, so
stuck, get
somebody is
businesses. Don't
asking.
say because I'm a clarity coach, I will not do any other thing. Do other things. It's possible.
Mm,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. Okay, I think that's one of the questions somebody is asking on the comment section. They say, how do you earn a living from the life
Mm.
coaching? Okay, like she has already said that she has a side business that she's into. She's into snacks, packaging of different snacks and drink.
Yeah.
So even though she's into clarity coaching, about results, it's not just enough for you to like talk, talk, talk. People want to see
Yeah.
your result. And in as much as she's making money from the coaching business, she's also making money as a businesswoman. Okay. And
Yes.
somebody is saying, please, can you drop your handle, your Facebook handle? I think her Facebook handle is Uju Roots Stevens. Just go to
Stevens.
Facebook
Yes. The same
and
name.
type Uju Roots Stevens. Okay. And so what's the final advice? What's the final advice for women who are looking to become like you? Maybe when their
No.
children has grown to an extent, maybe they want to like get to the point you are in now. So what do you have to say to such women?
Okay. What I want to tell, or what I would advise every woman, is the point of call for clarity starts from first God. That's number one. The recommendation I have for you anytime, any day. The world we live in is not smiling, and you don't
Mm,
get 100% of your fulfillment from a man. We are not condemning marriage. I don't
mm,
condemn marriage. In fact, I am one of the advocates for good marriages. But just know that, like, you remember I told the story where 2023 I got tired. It was still God that helped me. That's why I ran to my husband. He too didn't know what next to do because he's human as well. So our first point of call is God. Every
mm,
woman must have a deep relationship with God. It starts from there. From there, you now start the things about your life will start uncovering to you. So my advice is hold on to God. Then anything your hand finds to do per time, do it. Remember, I was a
do
classroom
it.
teacher for over years. Do it. Don't just wait until let me first discover myself. If it's a business you see, whatever your hand finds to do, you will definitely gain clarity with time. It's a
Mm,
process. Even as I'm seated down here, I can't tell you that I've also figured it out 100%. We are on a journey. And as we keep
yeah,
progressing,
exactly.
it
Mm,
keeps making sense, it keeps evolving. But the truth is, you need another advice is go to the circle of women, attach yourself to circles of women that will lead to your progress. Your progress. Like I told you, there is Value Mama Academy. You can join such academy. Don't just leave yourself alone. Don't be a lone ranger.
mm,
Attach yourself with people that are going far. Don't just be a friend with a woman that is just after partying, competition, shopping, women and the things they love to buy the most expensive wigs and all of that. Find a purpose partner in a woman. If you don't have it in your husband, find it in another woman. Then, with time, your journey will be uncovered. Things about your life will be opened up to you the more. So, I think these are part of it. And also know that you make mistakes. So, we made a lot of it. But know that for every mistake you're making, you will learn from each of them. Thank you very much. Come here again. Okay. Awesome. Can't hear you again, ma. Can't hear again. Can't hear you. No, I can't. No, no, can't hear. No, can't hear. No, no, I can't.